lend itself to abusing any sort of high ground. The Colossus, if you see, Steps of War or anything like that, they would be able to abuse the high ground. And the show actually really, I'm not sure why he has not expanded. Now, he is really pushing out a lot of army. He does not have that many minerals to expand, and we do see him pushing out right here. He is going to put the stopper due to the slow on the Marauders, and the Marauders coming off their fix and slowing down. But like I said earlier, I really feel the show should be expanding right now because he is way oversaturated, and he has nothing left in the way of minerals. Versus the Huck over here, which has quite a bit more minerals because he's not getting harvest them. And of course, this drop being thwarted completely, sniping that medevac, making sure that they cannot evac out of there, and the show kind of pushing out here to see what's going on. Of course, Huck doesn't have any sort of expansion, so nothing really in any sort of danger. Show moving back. Actually, he has brought his command center out here and has expanded. He is transferring all of his SCVs over here pretty much because his main is completely mined out. And we do see the SCV still working on these refineries. They do have a lot. And we actually see Huck moving out here. And I really don't know because Huck is -22 shows army size, but really depends on the placement of Huck's force. And we do see Huck coming in here trying to supply depots, trying to lock the show in a supply lock. Ooh, excuse me. And you see the show has brought Vikings onto the field to counter the Colossus threat, which is a really good deal because you see Huck has a really good composition right here, but unfortunately, to counter the Marauder Marine composition, you cannot stack Stalkers, and he has very few Stalkers to counter these Vikings. So we're going to see these Vikings pretty much reigning supreme, unchecked in the air, and able to snipe these Colossus. So it's going to be interesting to see if Huck chooses to counter the Vikings with any sort of air unit from himself. So he could get Phoenix if he wants to, but I don't see anything coming out. He was supply locked there. He is bringing out another Immortal to try to counter this ground force and add some sort of upfront defense. He does have Zealots to soak up the damage and Sentries to cut up the armor. But we do actually have the show coming in here and trying to do some more economic damage to Huck. And we actually see them engaging right here and throwing a shield up. And what are we going to see? We're not actually seeing the pulls back his Colossus, making sure he does that. And we actually see Huck breaking the show's army in half. But is it going to be enough to actually... We see the show dropping down these Vikings. They snipe that Colossus, so no longer any use other than actually absorbing that damage. And we do see the show able to kill Huck's army pretty much overall. And Huck throws a GG out there. And Huck pretty much had a hard time of it overall. His income was pretty brutalized by the show's drops the entire game, and Huck really not able to establish any sort of economic or field army advantage over the show. So good game overall. We saw a lot of good moves and a lot of clashes, but the show able to come on top due to those Vikings and neutralizing those Colossus. So the show is up 1 on Huck, and this is a best of 7, so it's going to be pretty exciting to see who ends up coming out on top. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this, and I can't wait for you to watch the next one. See you later.